Trying to get the music. They're a really good song. Hi there, I'm Mike Dixon, Simply Your Device. Welcome to tonight's Friday Night Tech Talk. And as always, I hope everybody's, first off, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody so far had a great Black Friday, time with family and friends. And let's bring in George. George, where? Hey, there we are. Whew, got worried there. How you doing, George?
I almost pulled a Ted, didn't I?
I'm like going, wait a minute, it's just a picture of him. What happened? George, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing extremely well, sir.
Good. Oh, here we go. Talk about the man. There he is.
There he is.
Mr. Crispy. Every time he's on the show, let me tell you, I love the bokeh. I love the. I can't. So,
welcome, Mike. Hey, George.
The adjustable lighting. Jealous, man. Someday.
Hey, he's a photographer. We're not, okay?
Yeah, I know, man. So, how you doing? Well, everybody had a nice Thanksgiving, I hope.
Yep. Okay.
Even a run over myself more than I have in a couple of years.
What do you got there? Is that pie?
Yeah, we got some. What's this? Pecan pie and then sweet potato pie, all drizzled in Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream.
Very good. I had apple pie.
Well, here we go.
Tonight.
My wife is making homemade biscuits with the little filler in the middle.
What's that again? Biscuits,
she calls it. If she was here, she would probably smack me in the head because she's all Italian. So I'm probably butchering the name.
Say the
name again. George, say it again. Yeah, George.
Yeah, most Italian food I'm familiar with. This one I'm not.
I'll get her. Wait a minute.
Get her to put it in the comments.
Yeah, we want to do this live right now. We're going to do this. She's going to kill me. I love it.
Poor Pat. Oh boy.
Are you in?
You're live right now on the show. We have a question. How the hell you pronounce your cookie I just took? Biscuit. Okay.
Oh, biscuit. Yes.
Biscotti. It's biscotti, right?
Yeah, it's biscotti. That's right.
It's biscotti. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you'll see it in Google. It's biscotti.
Okay. All right. Well, I was, of course, you know me. I butcher the name all the time.
Right.
So
are you on right now? Because I can't get you.
Oh my goodness. Yes. We're on right now. Okay. All right. So I even have you right now on live right now on the show. So.
Oh, okay.
And if for people who are what is biscotti? However you say what is
biscotti?
Biscotti is an Italian cookie.
Okay. All right, and what is that?
You can have it with anise flavor in it, anise seeds. You could also make it with vanilla, pure vanilla extract, or you could even make it filled with jams, jellies, chocolate,
like you just did. Which is I like this. Now I like this cookie. I know why I like it, because it has anise.
But like I said, you can always not use the anise. A lot of people don't like anise. And you could just go with vanilla. Go with something. You have to have some kind of flavor in it.
Okay. Well, yeah. George says that's why he thinks Now, George, you've had this cookie before?
Yes, many times. And
Yep.
and my favorite liquor is anisette. That's
Anisette.
why I like it.
George's favorite liquor is anisette.
Yes, anisette. Right.
So it's we can blame Ted. We went right from phone tech to dessert. So
Yeah,
Ted,
and now Ted's gone.
Of course.
Ted came to the table with some kind of pie here, so
Two kinds of
course.
pie.
two kinds of pie with ice cream on it. Yeah, he's eating in front of us. Nice. Hey, listen, look for the link it's in there, okay? And everybody, look for the link.
Okay.
Share the link out there. Hey, Patty, share the link. All right, I'm gonna hang up
I
now.
will.
All right,
Okay,
bye. Everybody, say bye to Patty.
Bye,
Bye, Patty.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Buonanotte.
Everybody say
Buonanotte.
hi to your mother now too.
Mom, hi, Mom. Look, your daughter-in-law was just a famous YouTuber for 5 minutes. Okay, that was our cooking, baking portion of the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into a few things here. I know I've been kibitzing with George. Ted, was there any Black Friday things that kind of stood out that you were?
Of course, yes. So many. They're just attacking my inbox as we speak.
Yeah, they all are attacking.
What did you buy? What did you?
Yeah. What did you buy? Did you get anything?
Oh no, I'm not purchasing just yet. I'm letting them sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing I like to do, and here's sometimes if you go to their website, you follow the link to their website, add the item to the shopping cart, and leave.
Mm-hmm.
They'll hammer you like, hey, you forgot something. You forgot something. Like,
exactly.
please come by. Like, we'll give you free shipping, or we'll give you an extra 5%. Yeah, you make them sweat.
Yep. So my mom wants to know. Here, Mom wants to know where's her dessert.
Exactly.
But the good ones is usually. I'm really impressed by the Samsung one. If you order the Galaxy S23 Ultra using the Samsung app, you can get it for $300.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It also involves a trade-in.
Oh, does
and
it?
If
I don't have nothing to trade in right now.
There somewhere.
Yeah, there has to be a trade-in, and if you get it through a carrier, you can get it for as low as $100 or $150. Yeah.
Really, go through the carrier, and you can really.
Yeah, you get it as low as $150 if you go through a carrier. Otherwise, $300.
I'll never do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
even with the T-Mobile, George.
I stick with T-Mobile all the time. Yeah, and I used to go through T-Mobile. I like to go unlocked, so I'll, But if I had to, I could go T-Mobile because I never go anywhere else anyway.
So, but
I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to wait for the OnePlus 12 to come out. I think if it comes out around the same time as the S24, I'm probably going to get the OnePlus 12, skip the S24, and find a way to get the S23 back.
You missed the S23. We're going to talk. Do you? Yeah. Okay. I want to ask you a few things about that too.
Oh, and when it's my turn about as far as Black Friday, every year I say I didn't buy anything. I bought 4 little things. Just want you to know.
Okay.
One of those was a case, right?
I bought a VRS design case, which should be sitting at my apartment now. I think it just got delivered today.
Okay. All right. And those 4 things, that happen to be one of them a phone by chance?
Yeah, one of them is. All right, I should give you a little bit of backstory. There has been some major work going on at my house and some of it in my apartment, because of which my office, I had to pack up everything.
Oh, really?
November 1st, I had to do this. And because I packed up everything, some of it's here at Eleanor, some of it's at my house, and I cannot find the OnePlus N35G at all.
No way.
The OnePlus Nord. So, what do I have coming? A OnePlus Nord N35G. That'll be
because it's on sale.
I got it dirt cheap, and that'll be coming next week. I also, Ted knows when I'm in my studio, he and I are typing, and you can hear us clicking because we both have mechanical keyboards. Here, I do not have one. Well, in a few days, I will have one here also.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I got that on sale, and I bought a pair of pants on sale.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's why. Hey, Pat. And that's why the last thing I said on your other stream is I never throw my phones in a bag. That's why I never need screen protectors. I don't need screen protectors because every pair of pants I buy has 8 pockets.
Oh my God.
Nothing gets put in a pocket with a phone, ever.
8 pockets?
I always have a pocket for my phone. If I'm carrying 2 phones, I have at least 2 empty pockets for 2 phones. Always.
Usually,
no
pants usually have 6
go in
pockets.
there, no change goes in there, nothing else goes in there. But
where's the extra pockets going? Usually, you get 6 pockets. Like if it's cargo pants or cargo shorts.
Yes, but I ordered from this company called 511 Tactical. I guess they've gotten big in the last few years.
I know them. Yeah, they do great tactical bags. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I first started ordering from them about 5 years ago, they specialize in pants for carrying guns. Well, I realized you could carry phones instead of guns a long time ago. So almost all my pants come from them.
You all write to them and say, Can I sponsor? Can you send me a pair of pants? I'll do a video and show you what other uses other than carrying weapons.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing was when I worked at Blue Cross, you drive into the parking lot every day, and the first thing you see as you go through the door is no weapons allowed. And I used to say to my boss, so you tell me how I can leave my hands and feet in the car, and I'll leave them in the car. I always thought those are my best weapons. Still are.
It's like I'm a living weapon.
Yeah.
I have always been kind of an expert at defending myself. I still am.
So I gotta go back to Ask Teddy. Do you have anything in the shopping cart right now?
I do. There's this site, Hostinger, for a website. They're
what
actually
going to.
It's they're a website hosting company, like think Squarespace.
Oh, okay.
So they're offering, free domain name, free website migration, but their website hosting fees is, right now it's $2 a month, and plus they'll give you 3 months free.
Okay.
So that's a big one.
It's in a shopping cart.
Yeah, that's pretty much in the shopping cart. Yep.
Okay, you're waiting for that. You've
what
got
are you
something,
waiting
and
for?
we're going to
Pull
give
the
you another
trigger?
10% off.
Well, they say, they're giving me a day. I'm giving them a day. I'm flipping the mindset. I'm flipping the script.
Right.
But yeah, they have like a counter going down. But I actually did buy something. I bought this e-bike.
Yeah,
from Best Buy. They're doing a sale on their e-bikes.
So, you bought it from? I didn't know you bought it from Best Buy. So you got it under a Black Friday sale right away.
Yep. So far, it's actually very good. It's original. It's the new BQI C3PO, like Star Wars, but
C3PO. Wow.
But it's original price is $2,200, but it went on sale for like over $900, so I got it for like $1,300.
Awesome. Now that's your second e-bike, isn't it?
It's the first e-bike I've ever purchased.
And
what
is it called again? I'm going to try.
It's the new NIU.
NIU.
Yep, BQI. C3PO.
Now keep in mind, for Ted, who actually commutes to work, it makes sense to have an e-bike. For anybody who wants a bike for exercise, an e-bike makes 0 sense unless you're commuting with it. Because if you're getting a bike for exercise, why would you make it easier on yourself? That doesn't make any sense.
Is it a C3 Pro?
Yeah, it's probably a C3. Yeah, it's C3 Pro.
Okay.
Well, but in my mind, it just flips to Star Wars. Like it sounds too close to C3PO.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I got you.
Now it's been a while since I've done this. Let me try and get
But for the at $1,300, and what the bike offers, its features, it's the best e-bike sale I think Best Buy has ever had, in my
Is
opinion.
Sounds
it-
like you
is it
caught on
showing
a
right
great
now?
sale. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Good.
Yep.
So now this is interesting. I see these a lot more out there. These
I see them in the park now. There's more e-bikes in the park than us regular bikes.
Well, wait a minute. Why you want to e-bike on the park? Wouldn't you
I know that
you want to pedal and exercise?
Good. That's what George is talking about.
Easy on themselves. That's what I'm complaining about.
No, that's no fun. I admit that's no fun. No, I want to bike through a park. But this I can see this using if in Ted's case, if it's meant to be commuting to work or around town, I'm all for that.
But my guess is if
saying people are lazy.
now, you're going to see more e-bikes than regular bikes.
So Ted, tell us more about how you're going to keep this charged up. What's do you have to get like a car charger like you get with like a Tesla kind of charger or it just plugs in the wall?
That bike, I think it's like a commuter cruiser, so it's good for leisurely rides and commuting like myself. But unique thing about this e-bike, it's got 2 batteries. So you see the battery there that's in red, but on the other side of it, there's also a battery. 2 big boy batteries, each of them weighs 6 pounds.
Oh, does the battery charge as you pedal too?
No. So yeah. Because there's 2 batteries. Again, it's not something that's very common with bikes, especially at $1,300.
Right.
2 chargers, so I can either charge them on the e-bike itself, or I can take out the batteries and charge them like separately in my place.
Oh, that's good. Now,
But
now, if you take them out and charge them separately, you can just plug them into a regular wall outlet.
Yeah, I mean, I need this charger. I need to take the charger with me, but I have that. That's always an option. The main thing that got my attention though was the drivetrain. It doesn't use a chain like a steel chain. It uses a carbon belt. And what's attractive about carbon belts is that they're virtually zero maintenance. You don't have to oil them. You don't have to lube them. You don't have to clean them after it goes to the rain. It can get dirty. If it gets dirty, just spray it with water and hose. So that's where it becomes very exciting for me as a commuter, which because it's a part that I don't have to worry about. But there's just one, and also as you see, it comes with fenders on the wheels. It comes with comes with a rack on a rear rack. Its load capacity is 286 pounds, so it can take a lot. It can handle a big load, but there's one problem, and I think I'm going to return it to a Best Buy. Closer at the end of December, maybe is the bike weighs 70 pounds, and I have to go through 6 flights of stairs. Where I live. No elevator.
That's right. You said the guy carried it up, and
70 pounds. This morning,
is that without the battery? Is that without
That's with the battery.
Okay,
but without the battery, that's 50 pounds.
You don't have an elevator. Wait a minute, I just don't know. Do you have an elevator to get up and down?
Nope. No, that's the problem.
Oh, hell no. That's a workout and enough there.
Yeah. Like this morning, I actually had to, I actually took it apart in pieces. Like I took off the wheel, I took off the batteries. Then I came back upstairs for the bike itself. And that was a hassle. I'm like, and again,
carrying the whole thing is going to be a real workout.
Yeah, morning and night if I use it every day, which I usually do. So I'm gonna go to the drawing board and look for something lighter.
You see what Brian said: build that muscle.
Yeah.
but otherwise, it's a fantastic e-bike. I will give it that much. But I
Brian,
can't be
he
doing
doesn't
that.
have any overhead. He has a shaved head like me.
Brian pointed out that. So, did you get in his comment? A lot of buildings in New York outlaw storage of these due to the fire. So you, I guess that was not a non-issue for you.
For who, George?
No, the batteries being a fire hazard.
Being a fire hazard.
Oh well, no, they're UL certified, so that's like the highest certification you get on battery safety.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Because I know Louis Rossman has mentioned in the past about the fire safety thing in New York City when he was still in New York. Now he's in Texas, so.
Is he in Texas now?
Yeah.
He's somewhere outside of Austin, I think.
Yeah, he's in Austin.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with him. Is he still doing his computer repairs out in New York City?
And he works with, yes, he still has 6 people that work for him, and he works for somebody else at the same time himself. But he finally just got sick to death of New York and their stupid bureaucracy and never getting anything right. They tried to charge him $15,000 for a penalty for a fee that he had paid 2 years before.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah. So he finally got sick of it and moved to Texas, and got his 6 people that work for him to move to Texas too.
Wait, he moved the business to Texas too?
Yes. I guess he paid for people to move there with him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. So
yeah, he's gotten very active again in the last couple of months. So you see him out there on YouTube almost every day now.
Okay, my brother's in the room. Hi, Adam of Geekheim. How you doing, brother?
Adam, good to see you, brother.
Yes. So, all right. Well, that was interesting. I see that this is what I love. That Teddy came to the table with that one. That was good.
Yeah,
I didn't expect that. That's interesting. I see him a lot more.
I had to go lock it up quickly because it's also a pain, like finding a good lock that'll take it because it's not really U-lock friendly. And
now,
speaking of locks,
it's not U-lock friendly. Now, where do you have it locked up?
I have it locked up right outside my window. Which let me open up my window just in case. Let me open something you guys I forgot I didn't mention, but last Saturday, someone stole the front wheel of my bicycle.
You're kidding?
Yeah, I traveled. I went off to to spend time with my family, and my neighbor's Ring camera. Like I had to go ask him, what happened? Because when I came back, I was like, why does my bike look like that? And I'm looking up, I'm like, is the wheel missing? Must be an optical illusion.
Where was your bike parked at?
In front of my apartment.
In front. Wow.
So I gather it's like my front wheel. You just flip one lever and you can take it off.
No, it's not even that. It's a hard one. It's the ones that you need a wrench to get out.
Oh, really? Wow.
They took the wheel. Oh my God.
Wow.
Even crazier. I guess he saw my wheel and he went up the 6th flight of stairs. My bike is also next to my neighbor's bikes. They got 2 brand new bikes that I don't think they've ever ridden since they bought. He just took I could see through my neighbor's Ring camera, he just walked past their bicycles. And then,
and I'll bet you they're expensive bicycles too.
Yeah. Okay. And then, I just see in the next Ring camera video, he's just running down the stairs, with the front wheel.
Wow.
Like I have the bike, I have the frame locked, but I didn't have the back wheel, so he could have taken the back wheel too while he was at it. But he just wanted the one wheel, I guess.
One wheel, and then put the effort to go and get wrenches and stuff, tools, bring tools up to go and take a wheel. And what is this wheel going to do for him? This is what I want to know. What is it?
Dallas was one of the safe cities. What do I know?
Bike crime is very low, but I guess not from people who are building Frankenstein bicycles in their garages or something. Because I don't know what he's gonna do with one wheel.
Well, he probably stole the other wheel from somebody else.
Is this bike you can get a replacement wheel?
Yeah. Luckily, I talked to a bike repair shop. They actually have a used wheel that I can get for $45. So
good.
So when I'm done with this e-bike, I'll just buy the other wheel right now.
Yeah, wow.
Because who knows? Maybe I'll buy a new wheel and he'll come back to take this one too. And now he have 2 wheels for his bike.
Hey, wait a minute. This is where you get one of those Apple tags and throw it in there somehow, or
in a wheel. How? It's not going to fit inside a wheel.
Yeah, I don't know. Put it in a tube or something.
And of course, it would be cheaper if he bought that in Virginia because he could buy it in Wheeling, Virginia. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
I forgot about these puns. Oh. Anyway, let's move on to some of the things I thought were deal worthy, and getting back to George's predicament, where George is. Let's go back to your N30 and it's missing. Did you ever try to see if you could do is it like find my phone kind of thing?
No, but I have no idea where it is.
You know what's going to happen. You're going to get settled in, and then 3 months from now, you're going to find it, and you're going to have two.
And that's probably
30.
true. But I said to myself, okay, but I got this one dirt cheap, so I can't complain. So if I have two, I have two.
So would you go in the backyard and dug a hole and found it because it was dirty in the dirt?
Ooh, very good. Very good.
I
I'm
try.
inspiring him.
I try. Sorry,
him.
Ted.
This is
but yeah, George.
My level.
Yeah, just go to google.com/android/find.
It's worth a try when you just for
you can do that right now.
Anything, yeah. Oh,
I'm not going to do it now.
Well, look.
It's probably the cheapest phone I own. I'm not worried about it.
And that said something. Then, so let's talk about this this phone.
Okay.
And that I just got done moving my SIM card over to.
Okay.
It must be worthy of reordering it then.
Yes, I agree because with me I have the no, where is it? Oh, with me I have the Galaxy A54. Mm-hmm. Now I always think of the Nord N30 as kind of equal to each other, but the A54 stutters often, where the N30 stutters much less. That's why I like it better.
Okay. All right. When I put my SIM card back in it and look at my messages, my last time I text messaged somebody was September 21st. Okay. So just now, I gotta let it back up. I'm getting a thing from my Google One account to say, hey, you haven't backed up anything. So I want to back that up. It looks like I got an update on it from OnePlus, but I'm going to put it through its paces tomorrow with the. I take 3 phones when I DoorDash. There's my DoorDash phone.
Okay.
This is the primary one that my family and everybody knows me on this phone number. And I take another one, whatever the one I want to feel like playing with or doing whatever with. So, what's this, Teddy? You say pants from 5.11.
Yeah. Could you share the links from the? I put them on the private chat. One is for George to, just go to that URL to see where his phone is. Have it ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Another one is from 511. I see $40 chino pants. Not bad.
Yeah, and I saw the ones I got for $45, and normally they're $60-something. So I just got a pair.
We're switching now from desserts to phones to pants, but that's okay. I love this. This is beautiful stuff. It's okay.
Hey, it's still Black Friday stuff, so we're good.
I'm digging it, man. I'm trying to figure it again. Here we go. Bumbling.
Oh, and talking OnePlus, there's my other OnePlus phone.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Ooh,
Apple is in the room.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Will.
Tim Cook.
Yo, what's going on?
Wait a minute. We had Apple in the room all along.
No. The Apple.
Took this to work with me
more
today.
than
Mr. Apple Juice.
More than a Snapdragon Apple. More than Honeycrisp. Okay, it is the Will Apple. The Will Apple.
And of course, the musician in me, as soon as you start saying more than my mind, then more than a woman. So I can't help it.
More than a woman.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's Will. He's on a tear. I think he's got a few. He's been waiting for this.
Ooh.
Anyway, here's the pants that he's.
That's not the ones I got. If you look at the ones that have 8 pockets, you'll find mine somewhere in there. They were on sale.
Men's. Is it a cargo pant?
Yes.
Cargo pant.
I think this one was under tactical pants.
Tactical pants.
Yeah.
Snap! They really do have tactical.
Yes, yeah, I got tactical pants this time, and I have others. Yeah, that's
well. Here's one. It looks like. Look at that one. I can see there's pockets upon pockets.
Now you see that color?
Yeah.
I'm 78 years old. I will not buy that color because old farts love that color. Not me. when I go to work, I'm the only one not wearing that color pants.
Hey, what is your color of choice?
Oh, blue or black.
All right, let's black there. Well, I can't see that one.
I think I broke it up this time. I went for the green, I think.
Oh, hoo. There we go. How's that? Like that?
Yep. That's the one I ordered.
All right, there we go. There we go.
But you look at any of the old guys, they all wear that same beige, and I'm like, I'm not wearing that.
This is a good color.
It's a clip right here.
Dressed like
it's
an old
versatile,
man.
George.
Right here, folks. Okay.
It's very versatile color, George.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I that's center. So literally every pocket has a phone in it at times.
Yes. No, not every pocket has a phone. See the right hand where it's got it hanging down.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
I have one phone in the regular side pocket and one phone in that bottom side pocket. That's how I walk around every day.
That's right. You only have 3 lines.
Right, and I only carry 2 phones with me most days.
So
You should do a video. And you practice where you quick draw your phone from your pocket, like, like fast
Which
as
is the
hands
preferred
in
pocket
Nashville.
and why? How fast George can pull a phone out and make a phone call?
Well, I might be quick.
or-
When I was a kid, the big thing in town when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old was who could outdraw who. And we would go around town to see who could outdraw who. Well, at 11, I could outdraw everybody. So maybe I'd still be good at it. I don't know.
What were you out drawing?
Just cap pistols.
Cap pistols?
Cap pistols playing cowboys. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Oh, cap.
Cap pistols. Yeah, the little. Did you have the caps where they were the string on paper?
Yes.
Mhm.
And I learned to twirl the gun back into my holster and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just had the gunpowder
very
one.
into it as a kid, trust me.
All right then. So, hey, Will, you there?
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
man,
here. What's going on?
How, first off, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
You
Are
doing
we
good,
going to
man?
see your face?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, George, I'm laying down. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. You know.
I shouldn't have said I was going to see your
tomorrow
face because my mind instantly went, whenever I see your smiling face.
No.
Good job.
Anyway, so are you working tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
He
Okay.
works tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
But he
Oh,
works
wow.
straight through.
Yeah, tomorrow
And as I talked to Ted, I'll ask you. I'm going to assume no, but you got anything in a shopping cart right now for Black Friday? Anything that's got you?
Nothing
No?
at all. Nah,
No?
there's nothing I want bad
Yeah.
enough that I gotta wait for this.
Yeah.
Oh, Will, I got a case that's sitting at home today. I got a notification.
I hope it's not from Casetify.
No, I got a VRS case for my iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Yeah.
Casetify.
Yeah.
Did you see what they did today? They tried to hook
Yeah, I
up with
saw.
D-Brand on Instagram.
What are they
I
doing?
didn't see that.
Casetify
I didn't see that.
started following D-Brand on Instagram and made
my
sure
God.
everybody knew it. And D-Brand was like, "Oh no, we're not having that."
What did D-Brand do? Block
D-Brand basically said, "We're still going to court."
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope they put them right out of business. I
didn't realize Casetify was just, like such a big company, like even bigger than D-Brand.
Yeah, he said $1 billion.
Yeah. Well, I want to just chime in on to my perception is that Casetify. I see a lot of Casetify on iPhones and girls.
Okay,
Because
girls,
they're-
yes, I see
they're
more
very
girls.
girlish.
Right.
Okay.
They're in carrier stores.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes,
that's why-
and they are in carrier. Yes, you're right. They are in carrier stores, but I do when I see the millions of iPhones and these kids, and the female side of the kid is that I see it's a lot of Casetify or Casetify knockoffs, even like with the black band going around it. You can't help it.
But
because
I'm with Jerry Rig. Why would they copy all of that? They copied a whole ton of stuff.
Because
Mhm.
I think George, they didn't know. I don't even think they, you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like you said,
I'm
they never.
not buying that. I'm not
No,
buying
No,
that.
they didn't know.
No,
They didn't realize.
George. Not that they didn't know they were stealing it. They didn't know that the actual insides of the phones didn't have all those markings, so they didn't think they were going to get caught.
Yeah, they didn't realize the Easter eggs.
They didn't know that.
That's the thing. If you're going to steal, let's be as nonchalant about it as we can. I mean, how stupid is that?
Yeah, but that's how you would do it. Think about it.
No,
if you're
that's
going
not
to steal somebody,
I would put a little name into it.
George, if you're going to steal somebody's design and they're telling you this is the inside of the phone, you're going to be like, all right, so they really, if in their brain, they're thinking, I'm not going to get in trouble because this is what all the insides of the phone look like. They're not thinking that some of this
look inside a phone.
Yeah, but George, listen, George, they're stealing it. So all they're thinking is once we take this picture and we can put it on our cases or whatever we're doing, we won't get caught. They didn't think there might be stuff.
Because I have always said if I have to deal with a criminal, give me a stupid one every time. Here's a stupid.
They're not. I mean, yeah, they were stupid, but if you think about it, they just got caught because they probably were the first ones, or like he said, they were the biggest company.
They were stupid to look inside the phone.
They were the biggest company. They were the biggest company. They were the biggest company to do it. Like he said, there's other smaller companies that did it, and I'm sure he probably didn't make a big deal out of it. Yeah. But since they were so big, so I'm sure those other companies did the same thing. They just took the scam or whatever.
No, maybe the other companies had somebody with some common sense and said, "Gee, maybe I better look at the inside of the phone before I copy it."
The way he called them was because his Easter eggs. Otherwise, you would be like
that. But if they had looked inside the phone, they wouldn't have put that in there. That's my point.
But they did it. That's why. That's why
we're making the same point. They're stealing.
That's the point of the stealing.
It was wrong, but the reason they got caught was because
if I'm going to steal in a way that I can get away with it, not some stupid way that I can.
What was it?
If I give you a picture and I tell you all the $1 bills look like this, you're gonna think all the $1 bills look like this. Then everybody has access to this.
Else to look at, I'm gonna go look at that first.
But George, you got to remember you're stealing it, so you're gonna think the easiest way you can do it is to just copy somebody else's.
Yeah, George, you have to remember, George.
Is putting something on there that's not really in the picture. Because
George,
in Jerry's marketing or whoever, they just tell you this is the teardown of the back of the inside of a Galaxy S, whatever. So all they're thinking is, if this is the teardown, I'm just going to take this. And if they come at us in court, we're going to say, well, this is the teardown. They're not thinking that they did something else.
If you were ripping him off, you'd be stupid enough to be putting his Easter eggs in there too. Because I'm not that stupid, and I will never be that stupid.
George,
I guarantee you
that. If I was gonna steal it, I'm not gonna take the time to think. I'm gonna listen to what he said.
If I was going to steal it, that's when I would take more time to make sure that I got it right.
If you're gonna do all that work, George, then what's the point of stealing?
So then you're not stealing anymore. You're not stealing.
We're talking the difference between an unsuccessful criminal and a successful criminal. If I were going to be a criminal, you can bet I'd be a successful one, not one like this.
George, you have to remember. George, you have to remember. They're stealing it from D-Brand, but they're cheating customers. It's the cheating component that's getting them in trouble.
Were they charging more for their products?
That I'd ever be that stupid.
I don't even know if they were. I don't even
consider myself all that smart. But
actually, no, I think they were. I think the cases were more expensive than D-Brand did. Yeah.
All they were doing, George, was trying to steal. They copied Jerry and whoever. They copied the homework. They just didn't know they were going to put.
Yeah, they copied the homework. They just didn't change it.
Not use the phrase. All they were doing is they were trying to steal. There's nothing I can't stand more.
No, but George, that's why. But that's why they got caught. Because they didn't. Because they stole. But if Jerry didn't put those things in there, and it was exactly a teardown, they would have got away with it.
Yeah, they would have.
But he didn't put the Easter eggs in there so he could catch people. He just did it because that's what he does. But it ended up benefiting him.
I hope he puts them out of business.
But there's actually a thing. This is actually a thing, though. Some consumers does happen. Like cartographers, when they draw maps, when they create maps, they create paper towns. Like it's fictional towns that don't exist anywhere except in their map.
For that reason?
Yeah, for that reason, so that if anyone copies their map and they copy that paper town, they'll know, like, hey, you stole our designs.
I had no idea.
So, like, it was it was funny, like how the Easter eggs like almost acted in the same way.
Yeah, they were.
And I agree, Ted. Copied and changed it so it doesn't look the same. That's right.
That's what we said when we said as kids. So you didn't get in
So-
trouble with the teacher.
Yeah. So homework came to mind on that one, Ted.
Back when I
Exactly.
started going
Look,
to school
that's
for
how.
programming, we had 3 of us in my COBOL class that was always ahead of all the others in making programs. But when the other kids copied our programs, they changed a few lines so it didn't look exactly the same.
Yeah, but George, the problem is this thing that they're copying, they're all supposed to look the same. If you look at what they made, that's why they were like, "Oh, this is just the inside of a phone." So everybody who has a S23,
enough
it all
get
looks the
yourself
same.
caught, you deserve to be caught. Thank God they got caught.
Yeah, that's true.
So
They did get
anyway,
caught.
Isn't it amazing? As soon as Will gets in here, the argument
I was going to talk about this, but okay, but
I think we talked about it now.
yeah.
Can we actually just I always am very proud of when creators, they become even more entrepreneurial when they create their own product. Yeah, because I always like, you're not just like selling the mindless merch or whatever, or you're doing something, especially when it's merch or, actually not merch, but, they're making a product that isn't shady. Like, what's his name back in the day?
I have to say,
Lou Later case? Shady.
I'm a little bit guilty because I just said to Mike, if you saw my last video from yesterday where I showed that case, it's right here, where I showed the red leather case for the OnePlus Open.
Yeah.
I said, if you listen to the music first time, I did not make that music. AI made the music for me.
From where? Where did you get that from?
It's in my Filmora program.
So you made
really
you made it in Filmora?
Yes, I do almost all my videos in Filmora. Almost all of them. But Filmora just started adding a whole bunch of AI stuff, and I watched a lady give a demonstration the other day of how you get the music and I tried it yesterday and it worked great.
How are they getting around the copyright part? I mean,
because the music is made up. The AI is making up the music. There's no copyright.
So are you ownership of that music? And
there's no ownership. No.
Huh?
No, the AI makes it up on the spot.
Okay. So there's no chance somebody ripping that music off or
unless
reproducing
they take it from your video. Because it was made out of nothing.
The tone and the beat.
But you can actually see it, Mike. It's called Sound Dry. I shared the link with you where, it's just the music is generated by AI. So it's never before seen before.
Never heard anywhere on Earth.
Yeah. It's because it was made up essentially by AI. But I'm not really liking the sounds that came from it. Personally.
That was my first time trying it. And I tried 9 different ones and I end up keeping 2 of them.
Now, is this, wait a minute, Sound Roll. Is this part of, Filmora? This link you sent me.
No, that one is just dedicated. George is using something else that's tied to the Filmora program.
Yeah, mine is tied to.
Okay.
This one is just standalone.
Okay. Yeah, I use Filmora now, and I have to check that out. Then I don't put a lot of time into it. I need to do that
on the computer or just on the phone.
Both, but more on.
Because I use it strictly on the computer, so I don't even know if it's on the phone.
It's on the phone?
I use the Filmora.
Android or just iOS?
But I got it on I have it on Android.
I use it on
Filmora. Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
I
like it. I like it. I like both.
And then iPad too.
Yeah. So, Anyway, let me just go back. Let's let's go back what I was talking about. The N30 and George is waiting for it to come in, so George must feel it's worth reordering it again.
I agree. Yeah.
And you now mentioned about the stutter that the N30 has.
A54
I mean, the A54 has
much
versus okay. All right. And funny you mentioned that and I'll jump into talking about the A54. I got that phone, and then about the same shortly after I started doing DoorDash, and I said, well, this phone, this A54 is going to work great for me. I'm going to use it as my DoorDash phone. And as you've mentioned, it does the app. Well, first off, the DoorDash app is extremely it's junk. The app is junk.
Yeah.
But the phone didn't help matters either.
Right.
To the point where I eventually was using a higher end phone with the Snapdragon. I can never get this right. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2.
You were using
I was using them
S22, weren't you?
No, well, I had no. I was using it in my Motorola Edge 2023 Edge Plus.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was using it in that, and that subsided a sizable amount of issues. Still, the app is still garbage, especially when it's really being used by other people. To me, when we have a busy day, or some kind of glitch in the system. So I ordered on Amazon another from the Amazon Renewed an S21 Plus phone just to see, and I said, all right, either it's the A54 or this S20 or is the A54 a problem?
Yeah.
Or is it not a problem? What I'm getting at. And then I put the S21 Plus in that rotation, kept it, and it's been on as my DoorDashing phone for a while, and now that has an older processor and blah 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 blah, and I get that, but a lot of my issues subsided day in and day out using the A54 is fine.
Right.
I didn't notice. Yeah, I don't know if I can say stutters. I just like the N30. The N30 is I don't know, because of the software. Yes, I know the animations are probably cranked up in it, but it's just a really nice phone. And
what I was thinking today was, for a long time I had gotten up to the OnePlus 7, and then I got off OnePlus bandwagon completely. I mean, totally. The N30 has renewed my love of OnePlus, and now because of OnePlus Open, well, I'm in love.
Mm-hmm. And that was going to be my next one about. Well, they have the N30 on sale for $229.
Right.
And I was just there. I was just at the website playing around with it. And now your OnePlus Open. Everybody really likes this phone a lot.
I love this phone. Everybody does, yeah.
And the cameras surprised a lot of people. And well, I mean, take the camera portion out of it, George. What is that you find that the other part of it that you like?
It's where are you?
Is this your first foldable?
This is my first ever. Now, keep in mind, I've had the Galaxy Flip 3, the Flip 4,
the Z 3,
and I have the Razor Plus. But yes, this is my first true foldable phone.
Hey, I don't think you did much with that that Motorola Flip. Did you even use the AR glasses with it?
Once, but not on camera, but once, yes.
Oh, okay. You never told us.
But this is in my rotation. I use this phone at least once a week. Whenever I put on the TicWatch Pro 5, this is the primary phone.
Okay.
When I put on the which one is it? Oh, yeah, since I got rid of the S23 Ultra, when I put on the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, this is the phone that's tied to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And So
I love when I open it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the size of it, the tablet size, it's smooth as silk. It's never janky. It never stutters at all, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just find it, I don't know, the total package, including the cameras, of course,
Right. Yeah.
make me just love this phone. And like everybody said, everybody who's had the Samsung foldables and the Pixel said nobody expects the cameras to be any good. But everybody expects these cameras to be good because these cameras are good. They're better than the cameras on any of the folds that come to America. Now, I don't know about the folds in China.
Right.
So it's better than the Z Fold 5.
Yes.
Okay.
And better than the Pixel Fold, too. Because the Pixel Fold's cameras are not on par with Pixel phones, you know.
So okay, I mean, and this is your first time with that size phone, you said, right?
Yes, ever. Yeah, and I am loving it. You know.
Yeah, and I do enjoy.
And I do agree with all those who say the Samsung Galaxy Fold 5 is too thin on the front screen. It just is. It's too thin.
Mm-hmm.
This is dead perfect because it's nothing but a phone when you fold.
Phone,
like any other phone. This is the nothing phone, but it's just like the same size.
Mm-hmm. So they have this phone. I was while you guys were having a discussion, I went to OnePlus site, and this phone, the Z Fold 3, I can get $600 for this phone.
Okay.
And consider I picked it up for $600 off a swap.
Okay, now keep in mind it's
in my shopping cart. Let me just say that.
Okay, I got $700 for my S23 Ultra.
Yeah,
you can get more than that if you go through the Samsung app, Mike.
Okay, there you go.
What but I don't know.
Wait, what are you trying to trade it for again? Was it the OnePlus?
Traded for my phone.
Yeah, but the OnePlus phone.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I my problem is this isn't my primary phone. I ran across 3 DoorDashers actually using the Z Fold as their primary phone doing DoorDash, and then I watched this guy open it up, and he received his order on here, and I'm like, holy smokes! Talk about for a blind guy like me, get this. I'm like, you can't miss a trick with that. And I was just fascinated by it, and I said I got to look into trying to get one of these. And that's what I was getting at was I don't use this phone enough to take advantage of the pen that I was fortunate enough to get with the phone. But I can imagine there's a lot of good stuff on these folding phones that we're not taking complete advantage of. I mean, I thought about getting a tablet before getting this. And then this pretty much muted that whole thought of getting a tablet.
Yeah.
Because those evenings when I have time and I want to just like watch Disney or TV show or YouTube, this is my go-to to watch content and not have to have a laptop on my lap. So
exactly.
But the OnePlus OnePlus Open is on sale. And if you got a trade-in, the trade-ins are not the greatest, I feel, but but they're it's doable. Let me before pushing on. I was shocked that you got rid of the S23 Ultra.
The only reason I did is because I could get more from them for that phone than anything else I had. That's why I did it.
Right, but now you're sounds like to me earlier you were talking about you sound like you're missing it.
Of course I'm missing it. Now, of course, I still have my S21 Ultra because I'll probably never get rid of that either. But yeah, to me, I'd say the 2 of the best phones. I'd say in my top 5. 2 phones for the last 5 years were the S23 Ultra and the S21 Ultra. Now the iPhone 14 and 15 are in there too, and then the OnePlus Open would be in that top 5 also. Okay. And of course, the Motorola Razr is real close.
Gotcha. Okay. So let me see. Let me go back.
Will, are you still there?
Will, he's got his. Wait a minute, did I mute him or did he mute himself?
No, he muted himself.
Okay. Will.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Will. We're going to switch gears and let's talk iPhones. Beans we're here because I don't want you drowning in Android land here. Okay. Because I don't want you. Let's not talk about your. We'll talk about Pixel, but you can just mute yourself.
But Will, weren't you saying something the other day about trying another Android phone?
No,
I'm done, George. I'm done.
No.
But you did mention it, didn't you?
Was he delusional? Were you sick?
No, I didn't.
I thought you said something on Twitter.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
No, it wasn't on Twitter. It was on Telegram, I'm thinking. Yeah.
I think there was something about read and write errors on an iPhone 15.
What happened?
For him?
No, on iPhone 15. But we could talk about RCS coming.
We're going to cover that
further down in the notes.
We're going to be covering that. So
yeah, we're definitely covering that.
Yeah. So I will say that in my video, the iPhone 15 Plus is a really, really great phone.
Are you sure that's not a nothing phone?
I know.
No, this is a nothing phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is an iPhone. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Nothing should go out of business for what they tried to do to their customers.
Well, hold those thoughts.
That's coming, Will. Trust me.
It's coming. But no, and Will, when you got the 15 Pro Max, right?
Yeah.
And just like George, that's what you have, right?
And so do I. Yes.
Yeah, you picked up the wrong phone.
Same thing. Yeah, I did.
So Will, let me ask you this: you in which share with the audience, why did you upgrade? Well, I don't know what kind of upgrade was it for you going from 14 to a 15? Was it a Pro Max? Your last one, the 14? Will,
did we lose you?
He closed his eyes and went to sleep.
Will? It must be an iPhone problem. Anyway. All right. Well, George, is that what you had? Right? You also
I had a 14 Pro Max and I went to a 15 Pro Max. And yes, because of the action button. Okay, that's one thing that was the first thing that attracted me to the 15 Pro was the action.
Really?
Yeah. And of course, the 14 Pro Max and the 15 has the island, so I still like that. But the action button kind of was the thing that sold me. And then the cameras are a little bit better on the 15 Pro Max than the 14. And I love the cameras.
I would hope so.
On iPhone, especially this one. The only
There's
one
two
that
wheels
I had
in the house.
that I thought was better.
Oh,
than
I can't take it. There's two wheels in the house. We can't have two wheels here.
Oh, we got two. Will, did we
got
lose
two
you?
wheels. There's too many. There's too many Tim Cooks here.
Will, you there?
Yo.
All right. Which Will we have here? The evil Will or the evil Will?
Okay.
Delete one of them. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but my phone rang. That's why.
Okay, so Mike was asking, was it worth the upgrade? Basically,
I mean,
what did you go from?
Really.
What did you go from to get to the 15
I had a
Max?
14 Pro before.
Okay, yes.
Oh, you had just the Pro. You didn't have the Pro Max, huh?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have the Pro Max.
And now you're on the Pro Max.
I wanted the zoom. Whatever.
Right. That's right. The 15 Pro Max has the zoom that the others don't have.
Yeah, so I got a 512 Pro Max.
I mean, I can't say enough though about this phone is I feel I'm getting Pro. I mean, the pictures are phenomenal. I will give you that much. And I don't know what the difference is. My 13 Pro, I purposely left it on iOS 16 just to see, and I don't know. There's some difference here. I can't put my finger on it, but this one just runs so much smoother, and the battery life is on this is really great.
Yeah, battery life. Everybody says is way better on the 15 than the 14.
Yeah, well, just the 15 alone. The Island, I thought was a gimmick. I like it.
No,
I like it.
The Island is useful because it does capture your attention to things you might want to know sometimes.
Especially if like I'm playing music or I like to see the voice, when you're talking.
Yeah.
Do you see the little thing? It's just those little things like that. That's
the little animation that shows you.
The music just now in the intro, that was coming from this phone.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how loud it was. I imagine it was loud enough that it. Do you need a speaker? I say in my review, no, but it's doable. It's doable. Let me see what Brian. Picture quality hasn't really changed much over the past few years. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Picture quality.
Look at his previous question before that. Yeah.
Does the 8 Pro overheat? Well, he doesn't have an 8. He doesn't have.
I got rid of the 8 Pro, whatever.
Brian, he doesn't have it.
Did it overheat in your experience?
No, my limited use. No, it didn't overheat. Mm-hmm.
And I find people out there. Some of them say it overheats. Some of them say it doesn't overheat.
Mine gets warm.
To be hit or miss.
Mine gets warm at times, and especially when I'm using it for my GPS purposes on when I'm door dashing.
Now my Pixel 7, it never does that. I don't, as far as I know.
And then also, are you also charging it at the same time, Mike?
No.
Door dashing?
No. I know what you're saying. No, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about right now. Yeah. So no, it don't do that. But I have to hand it to Apple. This time they got me. They got me. And for me, the USB Type-C connector, yes.
Oh yes. Now every time I'm in the car, I don't have to have the other connector. It feels so good. I can just plug in anything.
It does,
to anything.
Isn't it? It's just yes. And to the point where I really Black Friday thing. I don't know. I don't think I want to get the Open because I got other things on the fire.
Okay.
But I really like to get a new set of AirPods, and I would really like to get the new ones.
I keep thinking I want to get another set of AirPods too, but because of the amount of money I spent on the Open, and I'm hoping that the OnePlus 12 comes out in January, I'm probably not going to spend the money on the pods because the OnePlus 12 is rumored to have way better cameras than
I'm feeling the 12 is going to be. The 12 is going to pick up some of the camera stuff they did in the Open.
Yeah, and the 11. And the 11.
You know what? I forgot. I saw, I think, was it the Unlocker? He did a thing about the Open. And he talked about the cameras that they were using, the Sony sensors in there. And it's a Sony sensor, but something Sony's done. I cannot remember what he's calling it.
But I usually watch the Unlocker, but I haven't caught up to that one.
Yeah, it was really interesting. He talked about it. So Sony's changed their sensors. It seems like
for the better, I gather.
Obviously for the better. Yeah. And OnePlus is taking advantage of it.
So it's not going to be the IMX 989, the big boy one.
He's going to look it up. You know that.
I'm going to find out. Hold on a sec. Talk among yourselves.
He thinks he's flossy now.
Yeah. Sony camera sensor. Let's see what it says.
T-Mobile is giving a Black Friday deal. They'll give you a 50-inch Amazon Fire 4K TV if you get T-Mobile home internet, George. $30 a month to get your free TV.
I have tried numerous times to get T-Mobile home internet from the day they released it in Chattanooga. And guess what? It's in my neighborhood, but not on my block. And my guess is it's never going to be on my block.
I thought it's something that you bring to your house, though. Like, I didn't know you had to be near.
According to them, they cannot bring it to my address.
Yes, because
I tried to get it as soon as Mike got it.
Yes, it's because of the towers that are producing the. I know I'm talking the wrong way, but basically the volume of data that needs to go out for
the strength coming from the
of the tower. I am telling you that I am so confident that T-Mobile or all these carriers uses or piggyback off themselves in different ways
off each other.
I did what's that map?
I've tried like 5 times.
Open
and they
Signal?
Always say, no, not at your address.
Is that what it is? Open Signal? I don't know. Or that one that Stetson does. He made his own. And I found there is a 5G ultra capacity tower or node that is literally up the street from me.
Okay.
And that's probably why. Now, even George is right. When my niece my niece and her mother and stepfather lived on the street, they were just getting to them to them, and it took a while, and they never got it because they just moved. so yeah, it's George might show on his phone, and it's a carrier thing. His phone might show 5G, but the capacity, I burned through probably
might not be as
right. Yeah. I know. I watched my, when I had it I did 400 to 500 gigabytes of data,
right,
using that. So there has to have the capacity to handle that. Yeah. Going back to I guess I can't find it, but this is what going back to the camera. It's saying here OnePlus 12 debuts with new Sony Lata. Here, wait a minute. Let me try and share this. Present, share screen. Yeah. Share screen. This one. I'll go with this one. But I'm almost certain this is the one that the unlocker was talking about.
Well, last year looks like.
Yeah, this is what he was. I was certain this is what this.
Do you know about that one, Ted?
No, I never heard about it. But stacking sensors isn't really new, but I guess it's new for smartphones.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm kind of excited about that phone. So I'm hoping
it's just double
might come out in January. So I'm hoping
actual cameras they get triple stacked
for this. Say it again, Ted.
I was saying actual cameras get triple stacked. This is just double stacked.
Okay, like you said, it's probably new for cameras. For phones.
So,
I wish I knew what size it was so I can get more excited.
Yeah.
Oh, stop sharing. Let me stop sharing.
Hold on, wait. No, share it again. Hold on.
Share it again. Okay.
Yeah, I think one of those shows the size.
Hold on.
I was going to say it's probably somewhere in that article.
Present, share.
He's getting old. It takes longer. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, right, it's to the left.
Oh, okay.
It's on top of the sensor, the one that shows the sensor.
We're on this page.
Yeah, it's in the image.
Oh, this thing.
Oh, in the left, right there.
Yeah. Now go up on the text. 12.
How's that?
Oh, okay. No, it's saying OnePlus 12. Never mind.
And the rest is in Chinese.
Yeah, it's saying OnePlus 12. That's what I was saying. Let's see. How about that third image? The third image. The other one? No, it doesn't show the size. Never mind.
No, it talks a lot about how it's been down and it's stacked, I think, somehow. Yeah, you have to pardon me. You have to watch the video. It was interesting, but it seems like the OnePlus has come across an interesting, in a partnership with Sony, an interesting camera sensor. So, how do we get on OnePlus cameras when we're just talking about iPhones? Here, let me go back here. Where's everybody? Everybody. Okay, there we go. Geez, for what do you? Okay, Brian says, "Geez, 400." That's Brian. That's my wife watching a lot of Hallmark. Okay. And also that's probably me walking in with my 5,000 phones and getting on the Wi-Fi. So, so anything else anybody want to add to the? I'm kind of watching the time as a certain thing. Anybody else want to add about the iPhone this year?
It still has one of the best videos out there. And the only video that I thought, the Pixel 8, from what I've seen, because I don't have it, has gotten closer, but the iPhone video is still better. But I thought the S23 video the Ultra was just as good. But that's the only one I've seen. To me, it was just as good.
Now, the thing I think I here, let me go back to my show notes. The deals on these iPhones. If in the recent podcast, and I just saw Will Stauberg talk about how there's 87% of these kids, young.
Yes, I heard that somewhere.
Right,
too.
talking about that they have an iPhone.
They have
or
an
their
iPhone.
next phone's going to be an iPhone, and if you watched, I'm sorry, Verizon and probably T-Mobile is one of them. But Verizon's got a deal right now where you get an iPhone Pro with the titanium. I can't help myself. Right. They're throwing in an iPad. They're throwing in a watch. I mean, how can you compete with that? There's no way you can compete with that, huh?
They're throwing in which watch?
The one that goes tick tick.
I'm on the link that you
probably an SE.
But you know what? I don't know, but it's still the whole thing, George. You still get the whole package. You still
but there's a big difference. There's a big difference in Apple watches. That's why maybe
I understand, but still, it's the
but
thought
you
of
still
it.
get the same ecosystem. You still getting you get the watch, you get the phone, you get the
And I agree. Well, when you're getting, it's worth it. I agree on that.
Yeah, I think you're getting the iPad too, right, George? Mike.
Yeah, you get an iPad. You get you get an iPad. You get a watch, and you get the brand new 15 Pro. And I'm telling you, can you guys explain why in the world? What's the big difference between why would you push an iPhone 15 Pro? Why?
For me, it's just because of the build quality, and I want the best that they got. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah,
but the best. How much better? How much better is it than versus
I want the third camera. I want the titanium build. I want the button.
I want the action button. Absolutely.
That they got. I want the whatever else that comes with it. I don't care if it's only on paper. I want it.
And I agree.
I don't really know how much better it is because I don't have the whatever. I'm sure it's the same because it all basically is the software, but you're paying for the build quality at that point. You know what I mean? And
then ask you with the titanium, is it that big of a deal to you guys?
I like it because the phone is a lot lighter. You would have had to use the
everybody
would have to have
because the phone is a lot lighter than the 14 was.
I like to have
it around in your pocket every day, especially if
you know what, Mike?
Lighter is better.
Mike, you like the heft until you don't have it anymore, and then you're like, wow, I like them. I'm telling you, because that's how I was. I was like, oh, I like it to be heavy, and then when I got the lighter one, I was like, yeah, this is a lot better.
I don't know. I mean, for me, when I got mine, I feel a heck of a deal. They literally 800, 850, some kind of ridiculous trade-in value. Yes. Did I have a phone to trade in another iPhone? No, I didn't want to trade in the Pro that I had. So I bought a cheapy iPhone 5, 6 for like $50 off of Swappa. And yeah, it cost me $50, and then I got 800 for it. And then what was the other thing they threw in? I got the protection plan with it. And then they gave me another $100 beans. I signed up for that. And what was the other thing? Oh, I ported a number over. I ported I ported the phone number over, and they gave me another 200, which I got to spend that. I want to forget I got a virtual gift card.
Going to give you something for porting a number in because they think they've got you for a while.
Well, yeah, they and this, the only drawback to this is that yes, I'm tied to a contract for I don't know 2 years.
And that's why I stay open. I don't like being tied. Even though I stay with T-Mobile all the time, I don't like that idea of being tied to anything.
But Mike, here's the problem. Well, here's not the problem. Here's the thing. Unless you're gonna just leave, what's so bad about it?
And to your point, yeah,
and it's not like you bought an Android phone with all the duplicate apps and all the garbage. You didn't buy a Samsung phone on a carrier where you have certain, you know what I mean, 3 calculators and 4 whatever's and Facebook auto installed and all that garbage.
It's funny he said that because this morning I was doing a couple of bills before I went to work, and I had my Samsung phone and I was using my Apple calculator.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's the difference. If you buy an iPhone at the carrier, you're still getting an iPhone. It doesn't have junk on it, so it's not a big deal when you buy it at a carrier. If you buy an Android at a carrier, you might have AT&T messages installed, Verizon chat, Verizon security defense that you can't it's it's Android garbage.
I will be. Verizon's going to throw junk at you no matter what.
Yeah, so it's not that bad
for them. I know.
You got a good deal, Mike. If
no, I did.
Whoever goes and buys this deal, with the 15 Pro iPad and the watch, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is. You can't argue. You don't see. I mean, they don't. This is on TV every day. I see that ad every single day, especially with the holidays leading up to the holidays and going beyond. That's all you're going to see of these. You will not see a Samsung, but let me just clarify. Do they email me? Does Verizon email me? Hey, go ahead and get the earbuds and a Samsung tablet and they get you, but you don't see it front and center.
Samsung sends me text on 2 different phone lines every single day. You kidding? So does LG still do that?
LG still selling what phone they want to sell you,
and they send it on both my phone lines within a minute of each other.
They make phones?
No, they make refrigerators and washing machines.
Sell refrigerators and televisions.
Yeah.
They want you to buy a TV.
But yeah, we're Apple's got it here in the States, and us Samsung, us Android people are the only ones holding up. It's not pretty, but yeah, it's a heck of a deal. It's a heck of a deal. Like I said, I got mine.
Pretty, Mike. It's wonderful because we need competition. So it's wonderful. Apple needs to have competition. That's why the EU is a very good thing. That's why the EU is trash for all this they're doing. Pretty soon we're gonna have Android, iPhone, and iPhone.
What are you talking about? The EU? Obviously, the EU is doing something. They have so many phone options over there. Look how much competition they have over in the EU. They're obviously doing something right.
Yeah, they're doing it better than we are. You can count on that.
What they're doing is garbage. Making come on now, they're making it so that you're going to have less and less difference in the operating systems.
That's true.
That's what people are saying anyway. There's less. That's what people have been saying anyway. There's been less and less difference in the operating systems.
But let us say it. Don't overstep and say, okay, Apple's got to allow side loading. Apple, that's dumb. Then what's the point? If I buy an iPhone, I know what I'm getting. If I buy an iPhone, it means I don't.
But that's optional. Side loading is optional.
Listen, what's the point? But it doesn't matter. Don't make it an option. Why does Apple have to make it an option? Because
make it an option.
Because people in Europe are complaining that it's not an option.
It shouldn't be an option.
Are you arguing that we should have less options?
Yes, we should. Yes. If it's gonna mess up the product that Apple's putting out, because the moment somebody puts an app on their phone that messes up their phone, they're gonna be like, it's Apple's fault.
Yes, but everybody knows that's an issue because
George, everybody doesn't know it though, because people do it. People do it, and then they try to send their phone back. They're gonna be like, oh, Apple put out an inferior product. They should leave it.
But they can't say that.
Some things they shouldn't. The government or whoever shouldn't be involved in. You have 2 weeks to when you buy your phone. So if your phone doesn't have side loading out the box, take it back and go buy an Android. That's all.
That's how Will feels about
it. Just like the whole encryption thing, where the universal profile isn't end-to-end encrypted because the EU doesn't want it to be. They don't want it to be end-to-end encrypted.
Well, politicians never want anything to be encrypted because they want to read everything that anybody puts out. That's worldwide.
Yeah, so they should worry about stuff like that. Not trying to limit the options that we have.
And
Well,
Brian,
not trying to add options to companies that are already, you know what I mean? They're good. It's not like it would be different, George. Listen, no, George, no, they are. They're trying to no. Yeah, but listen, you know what? It would be different if the iPhone was the only phone you could get in the EU, but it's not. That's the thing. They have options, so they can go. So they can. Yeah. So Samsung has side loading. So go champion Samsung and leave Apple.
Speaking of all these options, you know, the EU has already done this to Microsoft with Bing, right? So with Windows, actually,
that's dumb. That's all. It's dumb. That's dumb.
They're already calling it. Europe is getting the better version of Windows.
That's dumb.
Meanwhile, over here we're gonna be stuck with Bing. We can't get rid of.
I don't use Windows. But they should. The product should come out how the person who made it wants it to come out. That's all. They made it a certain way, and you have a choice to buy it. You vote with your wallet.
No, let them come out, but let me take it off if I don't want it. Let me take it off if I don't want it.
There's no such thing as a monopoly, and people should be able to have their monopoly.
Like, you know, they're letting Microsoft, you know,
George,
come out with the search engine, but give us the chance to take it off.
People should be able to
argue to the choir. I have always said AT&T made their monopoly and they should have been able to keep it. That's just what
the government shouldn't be this involved. Like that's ridiculous.
They shouldn't, but we have to. They have to because apparently
they don't have to.
Companies are no longer consumer friendly like they have.
They don't have to. They don't have to.
What do they don't have to be consumer friendly? They have to be consumer friendly.
Phone companies.
If they're not consumer friendly, you find a company that you like and go buy their product.
I mean, the government was getting into AT&T's business in 1956, you know, and made them break off a little piece of it then.
What is Brian talking about? He rather has the 14 Pro Max instead of the 15. Oh, because the 15 Plus sucks. So you would go with you would suffer with the Lightning instead of the
rough, man. If 15 Plus don't suck. Brian.
Look at it. It's Brian's comment. Look at him.
I know. I saw that. I was trying to do it, but now, come on, man. I got a good deal on this phone, and I'm quite happy with what I gotten. All right.
Was that a plus? I thought that was just a regular iPhone. As
long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters.
Was that the plus?
I got 512 gigs.
Is that a plus?
It's this.
Yeah.
It's a plus.
That's a plus. That's a plus.
Okay. At first, I thought it was just a regular size. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got the big one.
So RCS is coming to iPhone. Is everybody happy now? Can everybody stop crying?
Not for a year. You have a year.
Can everybody stop crying 4 years ago? You were the one who started the crying.
No. I complained because Android's messaging was trash. That's why.
Because 4 years ago, I didn't have it. Now we're all going to have RCS.
I didn't know. I wanted RCS on Android because Android had no competitor. Now Android in the EU complains so much that they want messaging because, you know,
they want everybody
iPhone is going to have RCS, but it's not going to be Google's RCS. So that'll be the next thing people complain about. Even though Google's RCS has its own issues.
Very true.
Google's RCS has its own issues, like it says, message trying to send, tap to retry. Do you want to send us SMS?
Even Mike, now for a long time, Eleanor and I were having that issue with stuff not sending, but it seems to have gotten a lot better.
Google couldn't get out of its own way for the past, how long has it been now? RCS has been out 2019, 4 years?
No, longer than
more
that.
4 years now. Yeah. Yeah, but I say, well, how do I comment? Did I say RCS still is not perfect? I myself are still having issues. SMS is still the default for other services like text messages for incoming packages or when I message it as a dasher. goes to the customer as SMS.
Yeah, I do still get text messages for incoming packages.
Right, and I feel this whole RCS iPhone thing is a complete mess because iPhone's going to still give them the green bubble color.
Yeah, but
one.
Mike, listen.
Number
Mike,
two, they're
Mike,
not using the
wait.
proper standard. They're not using.
This is
the
where
proper
we need to let
standard.
Will make his long.
Who's not using? Who's not using the proper standard? Who?
There is a standard. There is another standard that won't be completely encrypted, and Apple said we'll have to work on it.
And Apple said they will work with them.
But for now, when it rolls out, it's not going to be end-to-end encryption.
That's
Big
true.
deal. You're going to get the little, supposed to get the little bubbles. You're supposed to get the better resolution, but still, it's still not full. It's diluted
now, if you
RCS
ask
number
the
one.
real experts on
Mike,
encryption and security, they will tell you Apple's encryption is BS also.
Who's not
but
using?
You got to go to real experts.
Definitely be a definitely
Mike,
side-eyed Apple.
Who's not using the standard? Who's not using it?
The RCS standard?
Yeah.
No, they're all the Androids are all the Androids should be using it.
Almost.
They're not. They're not using it.
No, they're only because of the.
They're using Google standard. They're using Google standard.
Google standard is the way to go because it's encrypted in it, and I don't have. Wait a minute, I'm trying to find my facts here, but I know.
So, Mike, listen. If Google had all that time to work on this, all these years, why didn't they go figure out with whoever made this RCS garbage? Why didn't they go talk to them and be like, all right, let's make it so that our standards work together? Because RCS is a mess. Period. That's why Apple wasn't in no rush to jump on it because they can't even get that straight.
But
Google had to make its own app. So if you're not using the Google Messages app, you don't even have RCS on Android.
That's true.
So what is it? It's you know what I mean? RCS is essentially RCS on Android is Google's iMessage, but nobody's complaining.
Google's version, that's true.
Nobody's complaining. If you take Android messages off your phone, you have no more RCS.
That's true.
Yeah.
But nobody's coming at them. That's crazy. Go delete Android messages. Switch your messaging app and tell me you have read receipts.
No, you won't because you're downgrading to SMS text. Nobody's going to be using was it Textra? What was it, Textra? For example, remember Textra?
Because RCS isn't even a thing. It's not a. There's no. You know what I mean? All the carriers never came to a decision when they were supposed to be coming together to make their thing. They didn't even do it.
First, but they're forced now to.
But
they're being
Mike,
forced to.
Mike, they're not because. So think about what's going to happen. You're still going to use Android messages, right? So you're still going to be using Google standard,
right?
So it's still going to be messed up.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it because I knew that was one of the things that was.
It's still going to be messed up. So they were rushing Apple to get on to something that they didn't even figure out themselves. They haven't even figured it out.
When I read the article last week, that if they're still going to wait for some of the providers to get on board, it's going to be the same problem.
Well, now I guess they're not gonna have a choice, but you're still gonna have people saying green bubble is the wrong color. My kid gets bullied. That's not Apple's fault.
Come on, that is definitely Apple's fault.
It's not, Ted. How is that Apple's fault that people's kids are out of control?
It may not be Apple's fault,
but you can bet that Apple enjoys it.
What's this now? Google had to bend knees.
George, you know what? George, Apple enjoys the fact that people want iMessage. They didn't tell the kids to go bully. They're not Apple.
The fact that the blue bubble is not the green bubble. You know they enjoy it.
George, just like they said in the beginning, iMessage in 2011 just differentiated if you were getting an iMessage or an SMS, right?
Right.
Why would they change it? Why would you change it?
No, that's true.
Change the color?
It doesn't make sense. Why would you change it? If you change it and everybody's bubble is green, How would I know if I'm getting an iMessage or an RCS?
He's saying
or
if you change it, it
text,
looks like
whatever.
you're getting less.
Why would you change it? In 2011, nobody complained about nobody getting bullied.
So what
But now
Bill is
it's a
saying
problem
is, as
because
long as you
Android
have the
never
blue
caught up.
bubble, you know you're getting the top standard.
Yeah,
Once
you know
go
your
to the
messages.
green bubble,
And you know what?
What are you getting? Well, you're getting
Google
a mixture, it sounds like.
Google does the same thing on Android messages. The blue, the bubble is different.
Yeah.
It's a different shade of blue. Nobody's complaining. And they put the little lock. If I send Mike a message on a Pixel, it's gonna have the little lock next to it, so I know it's end-to-end encrypted.
Yeah, but we won't have that. How I understand it.
But Mike, listen to me. So Google's allowed to have different shades of blue, but Apple can't do it. That don't make sense.
Wait a minute. Say it again now. Hold on.
But keep in mind,
on Android messages, Mike, if you send
Apple
me a message,
do it, but kids are bullying other kids because
whose
of it.
fault is that? Whose fault is that?
It's a social problem.
My kids don't bully nobody because they got an
Android phone. I think
phone.
it's the kid's parents' fault. That's who it's for.
Yeah, like that's their fault. Apple has nothing to do with that. But the bubble color isn't going to change, and it really is shouldn't, because that bubble says I'm sending an iMessage. That's it.
And Brian says the U.S. carriers don't respect Android. That's probably true.
No,
you know what?
Yeah, they don't.
No, you know what? The Android manufacturers never went and got their respect. That's why.
Well,
they just sold themselves out cheap. Samsung's like, AT&T, you can put DirecTV video on my phone and make my phone a walking AT&T billboard. That's stupid. How could Apple go in there and be like, I don't want nothing on my phone, and Google did it, but nobody else can do it?
It was just on the Waveform podcast talked about this, and talked about because they did a whole show on XDA and ROMing, and it was really interesting. Dave Amell did a really great job of kind of covering the history, and there's a lot of other history things that went on to explain, and they did cover this, and I can't remember verbatim. That's what it is, because one of the things that cyanogen, whatever you want to call it, pretty much went under was there was a venture capital, and they were out to make money. Basically, venture capital propped up cyanogen, or whatever these companies are, and these ROM company, these people who start as a fun group and turn it into a company, venture capital got their hands on it, and they were supposed to make $1. They're supposed to want to
make money once you get venture capital involved.
Right. Well, the software portion of it. Some of the software, they were going to try and make a phone out of it. That's how you ended up with the first OnePlus phone.
Right.
But later on, the software portion of it, how the bloating became is how can I say this? They made what you got like TouchWiz, for example.
Right.
That's how TouchWiz came to be, is because it went to Samsung. Samsung provided a software package. Beans is all open source. Beans.
But if the people complained about it for years, Samsung cleaned it up and went to one UI.
Well, then this is where they were talking about how the ROMing community isn't as prevalent as it used to be.
Yeah,
it's a really great show. It's really worth the listen to, and I'm talking about it. I feel like I'm going to need to listen to it again.
Yeah, if I listen to that show, do I have to eat ramen noodles?
Yeah, but anyway,
this stuff just comes to me.
Oh my god!
But okay,
the latest Waveform podcast, Mike, you should listen to it because they talk about all the RCS and the EU. They talk about all that. But yeah, when they come out with the thing for RCS on iPhone, it's still going to be, well, you know what? I won't even say it'll be confusion because Apple's probably going to make them clean it up some. But Android people still won't be happy because their bubble is still going to be green. They're still going to be
at some point. Are we going to get on to nothing RCS?
Well, that's
they need to shut that whole company down.
Oh, they already did. They did.
Shut down the whole nothing.
They shut it down.
No, nothing. He's talking about nothing.
Because I'm talking about nothing. They should just shut all that down.
Carl Pei is a master.
The fact that he
adore him though.
George, the fact that he
had
even
a bad idea.
Yeah, but the fact that he pointed his customers in that direction is crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Well, I would never want to buy nothing from him after that.
MKBHD said at the end of his video, do you want to be putting your iPhone identification on a third-party server? Well, you probably don't. And what's his name said the same thing.
But Carl Pei came out there knowing all of this and puts out a video like that's crazy.
I think he was being too trustful because MKBHD
he was
today
being stupid
and Daryl and Emel was saying today, David Emel was saying today on the MKBHD show that it seems that Carl didn't know how much at risk this whole what's the company?
Come on, George, you really think he didn't know?
I kind of was on Will on this one.
George, you really think he didn't know?
Shut themselves down.
George,
it's all a PR thing.
I've used Blue Bubbles on my phone where your phone is the server.
Right.
Where if I close my Mac, I don't have iMessage on my Android phone. So you mean to tell me he didn't know what was going on? He knew. He was just trying to get his phone some publicity, that's all.
He didn't have a complete idea what was going on.
Sunbird was never going to get off the ground.
But they realized there were just too many holes in there. And I said when I talked about it, I said I wasn't putting my information out there.
That's
so. Anyway, Tuesday they shut down their own app, and it doesn't sound like they're going to be coming back anytime soon. So I don't think we have to worry about it.
Do you
they
think
need to shut down the whole company?
Do you think nothing is also damaged? Do you think nothing the company?
It should be, but not enough people even know about it.
I think it'll be damaged to some degree, but now that they've come out with that cheaper line, okay. That cheaper line seems to be pretty much garbage. As near as
they put their name on that app. Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah, that's right.
That's just dumb. That's dumb.
Okay. And well, let me just say real quick. I want to try and get this article in here. Share screen. So I covered this. I covered this back in January or February, talking about. Oh man, I hate when it does that. Talking about this particular company, Malvern.
I never heard of them until.
Well, here's the thing with RCS was supposed to be. RCS was just not for us to communicate and trying to be like an iMessage thing here on Android land. RCS was supposed to be a way to get these messages and in this case higher end graphics and photos.
Right, and larger files.
Right,
for businesses.
For businesses and also as for advertising. And this company was behind this, the trying and let's see, does it have any more? Okay, let me try and find it here. Today, Coley. Okay, I'm jumping around. I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, Coley, that's right.
Yeah, Coley said Malvern was the first to launch RCS in the U.S. with Metro PCS, and the expectation was that all SMS and MMS traffic would migrate through RCS over time. But with Apple not providing the support for RCS, it is now limited to only Android handsets. Now, mind you, this is last year. Right. Okay, this is well, actually the beginning of this year. Sorry.
But I see the problem with getting Apple involved. You're starting off with Metro PCS. You're starting off with an MV. No.
Well,
Apple's going to say, I'm not lowering myself down there, and I agree with you.
Well, no. I think here, Malvern was a leader RCS market share in the U.S., said Coley. However, there is not much growth in the Android ecosystem in the U.S. Now, is that referring to I think it's referring to, again, that 80-something% we were talking about, the kids having the phones.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
87%.
He also said Android ecosystem outside the U.S. is growing well, but RCS ecosystem outside the U.S. is not open anymore. Based on the policies of companies that control the Android ecosystem, the RCS client on Android phones is now limited to work with only the dedicated backend. There's no opportunity for Malvern to sell RCS network systems as sold in the U.S., significantly impacting our RCS business.
What does it mean, work with only the dedicated backenders?
Well, here, maybe
I'm not clear on what that means.
Well, I'm scrolling up, but I'll start from the beginning. A director of strategic marketing and business development for Malvern made a posting yesterday on LinkedIn alluding to some layoffs at Malvern. Okay, right. Now the key word here is strategic marketing and business development. And this is where I think I remember hearing this before about RCS was a tool for advertising and for the ability for some kind of service they're going to provide through the phone, through the app, through your messaging using RCS, right?
Okay, I didn't know about that.
I remember hearing about that. That was the big thing when RCS was rolling out. One of the things, okay, all the things that we all know about, but one of the things was this was going to be a tool for other companies to basically advertise, to message
be
them,
a boon to their advertising,
advertising, or like when you, as I mentioned in the comments in the show notes, is the ability when you got a package coming, and then UPS would message you, let's say, and say, "Hey, your package is almost here." That kind of RCS communication was supposedly going to be coming to us here, and then going down to Metro PCS, I guess they were giving them the access to Metro's network to sell something. Now, mind you, this possibly was before Metro was really with T-Mobile or as heavily integrated with T-Mobile. Right. But what I'm getting at is all this arguing, all this complaining. To this day, you're still going to get an SMS text from when you got your pizza delivery coming to you. Right, when you want to, I get SMS text messages when we were running for when we were having our elections, for crying out loud. Even though I got them on block, it's still not going to be. It's not going to fix it. I really feel that RCS is not going to be the fix for everything until they get those other things nailed down. Because there's still a back end for this, whatever bug, dirty thing, whatever the case may be, that everybody wants it encrypted, everybody wants it protection, but there's still an outlet. There's still a way to get your data, whatever the case may be. There's still bad stuff out there. They're going to find a way, and it's still going to use SMS and MMS. That's how I feel about that. And it's never going to be. Oh, Will again.
Well, which will always open you up to the bad stuff because
SMS. Okay, here we go. We got Tito here. SMS will still be the backup protocol and isn't going anywhere.
Because if your Wi-Fi don't work, your messages would never go through.
That's true.
So it has to. SMS has to be there, but I don't really think as many people care about encryption as you think, Mike. Most people don't even know. They don't care. They just want to get pictures that come through nice.
I think people care about it more every day, personally. That's my feeling.
People just want to be able to get their videos and have read receipts. And the whole Android
complaint. They don't even care about that, Will. They don't even care about that. They really
Mike, you know what?
Mike,
they really don't.
For all of us.
You know what? I think the Android
they don't care unless
Mike.
Okay, you first.
I think the problem on Android that this whole thing became an issue was messaging. When iPhone came out with iMessage, Android, what was it, 2011? So you figure, what was that, the S4, S5, something like that, S3 maybe?
It should have been S3,
HTC, and all those phones with great cameras at the time. And then when you would send somebody a video, the person with the iPhone would be like, your camera is trash. because the video looked like it was trash. So that started the whole Android phones are cheap.
I said before,
Android phones have trash cameras.
Android's
No, but wait,
mistakes
Mike,
to this
listen.
day is still affecting people today.
So I think, I think
the Android.
that kind of left a bad taste in people's mouths where they were like, oh, well, look at the video that this phone can send, because nobody really, they didn't think about it that way. Like, oh, well, the carriers are compressing the photo and compressing the video and making it look bad. Exactly. That's like, I think that's the issue. Not so much that people want encryption. They just want to be able to get video and photos the same as
group chats. Are not going to group chats supposed to not be broken with this. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah, but you know what? Group chats aren't broken on iPhone now. I can send.
It's hard to break out of a group chat.
No, Mike, listen. I'm saying if I have a group chat with me, Mike with his iPhone, and you on an Android, George, me and Mike can still send pictures. You just can't get them.
Okay, yeah.
You would get them as,
Well, when Android. They say broken, what is exactly broken then?
Because the iMessage features didn't used to work. But now, if me, you, and George are in a chat, and George has an Android phone in the chat, me and you can still send video files, and you know what I mean? It'll still work for us. He just wouldn't see it. It would still be green, but he just won't. We could still use the what's it called, the reactions and all that. George wouldn't get the benefit of it.
So why is everybody complaining that they broke the chat? What's
because
really
it used to break the chat for the iPhone people too. Now they just did that this year.
This year was 17.
They used to make it. Yeah, they used to mess up the chat for.
Now, what happens if you got somebody with an older phone that hasn't upgraded to 17? So they're going to be still stuck on that?
Yeah, but you're like the only one who doesn't update.
Yeah, pretty much everybody updates, don't they?
iOS is the adoption rate is like 90-something%. Everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to. What do you mean?
I'm just playing. I'm just playing because you said you didn't update your 13.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
matter of fact, now the new thing I think out of the box on iPhone is going to be, as soon as you turn it on, I think it's going to update or something. They said there's like something that they pushed out, so that they make sure that it updates.
No, this RCS thing is going to. I'm a little worried personally. Is it going to bite everybody else in the butt?
Why? Why do you think that?
I think it might.
I don't think so, because Apple sounds like they're pretty committed.
You know what I think it's going to do, Mike?
Don't trust Apple, George. Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Mike, you know what it's going to do? It's going to force
them not to mess up their own platform if they
go
to.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to force Google to go and support the standard. They're going to have to go back and fix.
I think that's what's
Android messaging to force to use the universal. That's what they should have did in the beginning.
Otherwise,
they should have did that in the beginning instead of them saying, "Oh, we can't wait. We're just gonna do our own thing." Remember, Mike, when RCS started and you had to go into I forget that stupid app on Android to go and turn on the permission, and it was a whole. Yeah, they instead of them doing that, they should have, fixed this the right way. Apple has to come in and fix Android's problems again.
I mean, I will admit though, to Will's point is nobody outside this chat room and you guys, we're the only ones that care because we're nerds.
Nobody else knows.
Nobody knows. And the only time, ask somebody when they're on doing Facebook Messenger. That's the only time they know. Oh look, he's replying to me. Or oh look, he sent me a whatever. They don't know they wouldn't know the difference on a regular text message.
They know that
unless then when they're on Facebook Messenger, I'm picking that because it's the most popular one here in the States. That's when people notice there's a problem. You know what I mean? Or oh look at this. Or you get read receipts on Messenger too, I believe. Let's see. With all the RCS isolation debacle, there's a good chance the majority of people that use other sources like WhatsApp,
That's
Facebook
what I was
Messenger,
thinking.
Telegram.
WhatsApp.
A lot of options for better messaging experience from SMS. And I agree, but this is where Will and I disagree, because I still say try and get people to go and put that app on there. That's the fix, but nobody's going to do it except for people
But
on
you see
Facebook,
where
which is a
Brian
lot
is
of people.
saying that iOS culture uses the default stuff, and that's what we got to get RCS to that same point. That's Will's point, right, Will?
RCS? What do you Mike? Put what app? Mike, you're trying to get people to do what? I'm confused.
No. To have a better messaging experience, to have a better messaging experience, and and I agree though. Try and get that other family member to go download, let's say, Telegram. Let me just say that.
Who wants to use Telegram? It's all bloated and stupid and got all this garbage on it now. Stories, stickers, emojis, buy sticker packs, pay for this.
I'm picking at
videos.
Okay? All right. Listen here.
Okay, so Mike, any app, whatever app it is, right?
Yeah,
just like George just said.
Well, Facebook Messenger is just going to be as the default.
This RCS thing is but Facebook Messenger doesn't use your phone number. This RCS is because remember, if you don't have Facebook, RCS is about to fix it. Google's just has to go back and do what they should have did 5 years ago and make their app support the universal profile, and then it's fixed. Then we won't have an issue, because then if you have a $50 Motorola phone or whatever that doesn't come with Android messages, whatever phone that might not have Android messages on it, it'll work with RCS. Because think about all those LG phones and all those phones that don't even have Android messages because they're still using, what was LG's messaging app? Whatever their app is
native
called.
one that you have to download.
They won't even have access to RCS. So you can't say that you can't get people to download.
You're saying that you can't download Android messaging and won't have access?
Listen. If I have an LG Stylo, right, and it didn't come with if it didn't come with Android messages on it, and I'm somebody who just uses the default app, I'm not going to have RCS right now.
No, right. Without downloading, without knowing that you had to download the Android messaging app. Is that what you're referring to?
So when Apple supports this universal whatever, I still probably won't have RCS because my MVNO or whoever I got this phone from might not even, you know what I mean? They might not have it. From what I remember, AT&T had
too many options. That's been the problem all along, and I think that's where Apple wants Google to get to the standard.
Verizon. Yeah, so Google needs to just go to the standard. Nobody needs to download another app and do all this stuff. This is just an Android problem as usual.
Yeah, Brian said, it's got to be the default. The default should bring you right up to where iMessage is.
Well, I feel I picked a topic tonight for RCS, and it's already aged. It doesn't even really is relevant. I mean, we have George talking about earlier before the show, talking about AI and the CEO, whoever OpenAI. It was three of them.
OpenAI is going to end up being the hottest subject that people missed in a year and a half, because remember 2 weeks ago I had the story where the Michigan scientists had gotten a computer to make another computer. Well, the reason this guy got fired is basically because they were already past that point and they didn't want anybody to know it. And this is where Elon wants him to slow down, and some of the board members want him to slow down. He didn't want to do it. Well, guess what's happened now? Well, now he's back as CEO, and they've all been thrown out except for one guy. So, but they are already at the point where these AIs are really beginning to think for themselves, and that's going to be a problem. And like I said, this story is going to affect almost everybody on Earth very soon, much sooner than everybody thought.
It's going to be iRobot when the robots all turn.
It may not be iRobot.
I was going to.
I was thinking about this today while I was riding around at work. They don't have to do anything physically dangerous. All these AIs have to do is take over the banks. They're in charge at that point, period. Nothing nobody can do about it. But they could do that. I have been saying since the 80s, if programmers wanted to take over the world, there wouldn't be a thing anybody in the world could do about it. Well, now AI is past programmers, and if they get to the point where they decide to take over the banks, what could we do about it? Nothing. And they may be getting there.
Yeah, and that was one comment I wanted to mention about the AI thing. And you hear they talk about the Pixel 8 phones being AI driven or AI capabilities and stuff like that.
Right.
And we all kind of like we're all shocked about the 7 years of support. I really think that one of the things about the 7-year support deal is not just supporting the phone, but I think there is an AI aspect to this. Either it's taking information in from us, which is a very good possibility. I feel, we all know they're always listening to us, but taking our interactions, our how we react on the phone, or some of the stuff we do, and using that for developing AI. And they're going to come out with a new whatever. We're going to throw this new AI feature out.
And you can bet that Google will do that because guess who's in charge right now when it comes to AI?
Who's that?
Oh, it's OpenAI. Who owns 49% of OpenAI? Oh, yeah, Microsoft does. Google is behind. They're probably going to stay behind, and they know it. And they're probably never going to catch up.
So I think I think this whole 7 years of support is more than meets the eye. It isn't just the support, like OS updates that we all get juiced up over, but I think it's more of an AI incentive thing.
It's probably true.
That's why they did the 7 years.
Mike, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you think you have a 7?
I have a 7 and an 8. Yeah.
Chip is going to stand up for 7 years of support,
and that's what
we're going to find out.
Has been saying. 7 years. Maybe 5 years you can keep it going. 6
I give
years,
them 3.
forget about it.
I give them 3, and then
you think just 3?
I give them 3, and then I know when I had the Pixel 8. That AI, that camera stuff took forever.
Took forever to do what?
They act like you needed that phone. You could do that stuff on any phone. They were talking about, this is on device or whatever. They were trying to act like you had to have a Pixel 8. It was all happening in the background. All that photo editing and move the thing. If it didn't pop up and tell me it was a copyright, a possible copyright thing, and it couldn't do it, it would take forever. Like that stuff's I don't know.
Like Cito says, it's too far out, but I would give it more than 3. But
I give them 3, George. 3 before the phone starts acting like trash.
Okay.
Because the Tensor chip isn't that great.
No, it's not.
They should have put a Snapdragon.
I have this Google Pixel.
But supposedly not 2024, not 24, but 25. The Tensor chip is going to be that great. So
I have the Google Pixel 1 right here. Snapdragon 801 processor. It does pretty much everything, mostly that I do pretty well.
Is that your primary phone?
No, it's not my primary phone. I use it for Google Photos.
One.
I don't know. Hey, good for him.
Unlimited
I was going to give him mad props. Ted, what is your primary phone? I haven't talked to you.
The battery on that thing's got to die so fast.
Yeah, I always keep it connected to the Mac, but a Pixel 7.
Oh, okay.
The battery on that one dies so fast.
Yeah, I'm the same as I use my older phones for nostalgia, but I'm not going to be walking them around with them every day. Like my I can't even think of which one I wanted to say now.
Axon 7?
Yeah,
My
good thing
Axon
is-
7 is a perfect example. Yeah, I'm not going to take that out and start walking around with it every day now. That phone is what, 8 years old, 7 years old?
Have you put your SIM card in it lately and seen
No,
what
I'm not
it's
about
like?
to either
Why not?
because it's too old.
Well, it
He
doesn't
thinks
mean nothing.
he thinks the phone is gonna eat it up.
Nexus 5 and you put your in the Axon 7. We'll live a day on it.
Not a
Okay, come on.
chance.
Oh,
Not a chance.
come on. See
The
what
good
it's
thing
about.
is the Pixel 8 didn't have the quality issues. People's buttons aren't falling out. That type of stuff. The camera lenses aren't spontaneously breaking. The Face ID wasn't that great in the dark.
No,
Didn't like
it's
that.
only one of the drawbacks to it. Yeah, the Face
I didn't
ID. I
like
wish it would. I wish it would. So
And then the complaint I have using Android now, since iPhones they're not thick, but they're thicker. I kind of want a thicker phone now, I think.
Oh, yeah, but every time you say that, then next thing you know, it's too heavy for you. You send it back.
No, not heavy. Not heavy, thicker, like
Okay.
wider.
Wait, I think
Like, I
did
want
Microsoft I guess Microsoft lost out big time with with Altman coming back to OpenAI, right?
No. Everybody agrees that whichever way it went, because Microsoft was going to hire all those guys.
Yeah.
Okay. But everybody agrees Microsoft could not lose. Microsoft is happy if he went back. Microsoft is happy if they came to that.
I would find a way to pay him.
And before, Microsoft did not, for some strange reason, at 49%, did not have a seat on the board. Well, going forward, Microsoft has a seat on the board. So they're ahead of the game no matter what.
Oh wow, I did not.
That's why I said
about that arrangement.
Google is never going to catch up with Microsoft again, and Satya
Microsoft
Nadella knows that.
You tell me the new board members were already picked? Microsoft is on the board?
Microsoft, they said will be on the board. I don't know when, but they put one old board member back on the board and 2 other new guys already.
That's the former CEO, the second in command. Yeah.
No. The guy from the other company who's basically like a competitor, but he's on that board, and they put him back on that board. So he must. They must have some kind of good synergy somehow.
So
anyway, the one who comes out ahead in this is going to be Microsoft, and I think from here on out, outside of the CEO, Microsoft is going to be calling most of the shots for OpenAI, is my guess, because that's where all the money came from.
All right, Tito. I'll definitely look into trying to do that. Listen, it's a little after 10 o'clock. We've been on for how many 2 hours now.
2 hours, yeah.
I've been anticipating. I've been looking forward to this moment to
it's
make
10:02.
this announcement.
We've been on 2-2.
2-2. Yeah. I have an announcement for the channel and for you guys too. Here we go. Drum roll. Okay. George.
Yeah.
I am planning on coming to see you.
Are you?
Yes, between Christmas and New Year's.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
I asked Will, but Will has some things going on. I won't, we'll discuss. Yes. But I'll be coming and I'll talk to you later. I got my best friend helping me out because I can't do what you do, dude. I can't drive that far like that in that amount of time.
See, to me, 12 hours is a perfect drive.
You know what? Good for you. Those days are gone for me. But
I'm getting worse as I get older.
But I'm gonna plan on my friend Joe. He doesn't know what he's in for because he's gonna be my cameraman and backup driver because he's gonna shoot a lot of video for me. He's gonna get he could do it. I know he's going to shoot a lot of video. I'm going to have to make a lot of video, try and make videos on the way.
Right. And I'll check with Eleanor to make sure that she's okay with us.
Well, we're going to talk later if we could have, if we could have a few minutes, after the show, in the backstage, as they say. But I've been holding this in. I've been waiting to drop the news.
It's very good news.
Yeah. So I've been. You've been here twice. I want to at least. I've been wanting to take a road trip anyway. So Patty decided she doesn't. Patty wants to stay home. So it's a guy's thing. You know what I mean? So we're gonna.
very much, and you'll get to see what Chattanooga's like.
Yeah, and he's my friend.
Very much an outdoor town. So
my friend Joe, he's excited. Nashville's above you. Did I see on the map? Like north of you?
2.5 hours to our west.
Okay. So
Knoxville is only an hour and a half to our east. So
yeah,
you'll come through Knoxville to get here probably.
Right.
Almost
So
certainly.
and then he asked me, my friend Joe, his son and his grandkids are 4.5 hours away from where you're at. Okay. So we're going to swing on our way back. We're going to probably swing by there. And
are they on the East Coast?
They're in South Carolina.
Okay, yeah.
So the way my friend Joe kind of like he would ask me, "Where's you all go?" I said, "You got a smartphone. Go over there."
Exactly.
So yeah. As it leads up to it, I'm trying to make more videos, and but there's going to be a lot of videos hopefully when I'm down there, and we're due the last Friday of the year at your studio.
Okay,
at your place. How's that?
But yeah, here in this room.
But I guess if that's your studio, then that's where we're having it. Like I said,
this is where I do most of my stuff now because in my apartment with the landlord, I can't always depend. With Eleanor, I can depend.
What because the internet connection?
Because he's got a lot of family. Sometimes the little kids come over and they make a lot of noise upstairs. He's always quiet.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this room was built for me originally anyway. So
okay, all right. So, yeah, that was the one I wanted to drop. Cool. We're gonna wrap this up here, and we'll start with Mr. Apple. You there, Will?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, we're as they do it on YouTube. Will, where can we find you on the internet?
You can't.
Exactly.
Okay, then. Thanks a lot, Will. I'm glad. Thanks.
So we'll go. So we'll go back to George Burns and Gracie Allen. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Wait a minute.
Glad you were here, Will.
Ted.
Yeah, I saw Mike email me.
There we go. Ted, right there. Hey, Ted, where can we find you? What are you up to?
You can find me on my channel for now, while it's still named that, at TED Talks Tech. You're going to want to search me by the channel name at TED Talks Tech and not, just like a regular search, because otherwise you'll just get TED Talk conferences.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
And
see, you don't like the show. Good.
There we go, George. Where we find you?
Next week we'll be back on the Mobile Geezer channel, same bat time, same bat channel. So we'll be back doing our stories. Hopefully, we'll still get Ted in here. I hope, and when Mike feels like it, Mike and Will always have the link to come in. So
yes, and I just thought, I know, I want to work that. I might want to work that. I don't know. I got to see the Friday before Christmas. I know I'm getting done early from work. That's the plan.
Okay.
So there's a teeny weeny chance I might be able to join you on that Friday before Christmas too.
Right. So generally, folks, as always, the other 51 weeks a year are going to be on the Mobile Geezer channel. Friday night, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
So see you next week, folks.
All right. And again, I'm Mike Dixon. This is Simply Your Device. Share this out. Give it a thumbs up. Shake up their algorithm and let people know about my channel and everybody else here too. Please share.
And if you can't share it, then Sunny it.
Okay. Those puns I'm going to have to put up with. Anyway, yeah. And as always, enjoy your tech. I'm out.
Night.